Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be showcasing the character Simon in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, going through every single one of his moves, showing both the maximum amount of damage and of course the trajectories of his various moves. Now Simon is a character that utilizes his boomerang, his chains, his whips. There's a lot of range involved, so a lot of his attacks are going to be ranged, although they are melee mixed with ranged attacks. So let's get right into it, starting with our regular holding down the A button combo. Now, depending on how lucky you get, you'll be able to hit anywhere between 12% and 14.4%. You'll probably be hitting 12% each time, but I've been hitting 13 every now and then. His forward tilt is a whipping attack that does 12 damage. His up tilt will be hitting 12 as well. It's another whipping attack, so you actually won't be able to land this unless your opponent is directly above you. His down tilt is a 2-hit combo that's able to hit up to 14.4%. His forward air is also a whipping attack, able to do 12% damage. You would not believe that his back air is another whipping attack that also does 12% damage. Throwing the opponent into the air, we have more whipping attacks, and they also do 12%. This down air is actually not a whipping attack. It can hit up to 14.4% if you land it right in the sweet spot. His dash attack is an incredibly annoying slashing attack where he spins his blade a whole bunch, does 14.4% damage. Now we're going to move into the smash attack, starting with his side smash. Now because this is a whipping attack that has quite a bit of range, you'll be able to notice that if I attack from right over, probably around here, max charge, I can do up to 30.2% damage. Now, if I move closer to him, I'll be hitting 23.5% damage even at max charge. Now, the idea behind this is that at the very end of the whip, you'll notice there's a little spiky ball. The little spiky ball does way more damage than the chain itself, so try to distance yourself from the opponent a bit when you're using this. I'm not actually able to show off the up smash unless I manage to put my opponent up on a platform above me, so I can charge it up to full and use it because it's another whipping attack that hits directly above me. Ready? 23.5% at a close distance, and at max charge at this distance, hitting 26.8% damage. I'm unsure if I'm able to do any more damage than that. If I am, then it's probably going to be around 30, otherwise it'll be 26.8%. It's going to be incredibly difficult to land the sweet spot while also doing a max charge, because then you have to assume that your opponent will fall directly onto you when you're charging up a smash attack, and that's not going to happen, is it? Simon's down smash is a whipping attack that hits on all sides of him, doing 20.1% damage to every single person around when up close, and 26.8% at a distance. Now I'm going to move into his special attacks, starting with his neutral special, where he chucks an axe. 18% damage. Huh. 18%. 18%. It's pretty consistent. His up special is a big spiky uppercut that does 16.8% damage every single time. Good for annoying edge guarding opponents. And his side special is a boomerang attack. I'm going to throw it out with not too much aggression, does 13.2%. And if I tap the joystick with all my might, I can hit up to 15.6% damage. Simon's down special actually reminds me a lot of Ness's side special. Chucks a bottle and just burns them into smithereens. 16.8% damage. Fixed damage is now on with the trajectory guide on, setting the CPU damage at 75% so we can beat this guy up and check out some trajectories. I'm going to start with the throws. I'm going to chuck him upwards. How high does he go up? Pretty high. He goes straight up, straight back down again, just as the up throw should work. And the downwards throw, just like most of them, traject him quite high into the air and also forward. Don't let your opponent just chuck him away. The back throw Simon isn't actually all that powerful, but it's quite quick though, so if you want to get them away from you, just grab him, chuck him away, and they'll just jump onto the platform over there and you won't have to worry about them. Now this is where the fun begins. I'm going to stand right here. Should be the sweet spot right there. Max charge, side smash. Goodbye, Richter. Alright, finally managed to position my opponent directly above me so I can whack him as hard as I can with my whip. Straight into the sky. That will utterly obliterate anyone on any stage. They'll be gone. And the down smash at the right range actually hits the opponent quite high into the air. You wouldn't think it would launch them that high, but it actually does. By high trajectory, and also pushes them very far away from you. So it's good to keep your opponent away from you. Easy up throw combo leads straight into an up air, and the up air actually has quite a bit of knockback. As we know, it does a fair amount of damage as well, so pretty easy way to lead into an attack. With the downwards throw, even at 75%, because you have a ridiculous amount of range, you can just whip your opponent into oblivion. I say that after a back throw, I don't think it's a particularly good idea to go in for a down aerial, just considering it's very difficult to actually spike the opponent. Considering I've tried it about 50 times and I haven't managed to land it once. It's a tad difficult to time the forward air so we can check out the trajectory, but it hits around there, and it launches the opponent quite far away. It doesn't hit them too high into the air, it's mainly just forwards and away from you. Back air is pretty much identical to the forwards air, except it hits the opponent backwards. Upwards air, as we have seen many times, hits the opponent high into the air. It gets incredibly annoying, except luckily, you'll be a real person. You can just air dodge out of this, I hope. Down air is easy to land when they are on the ground to spike them, although it's quite difficult to land in the air. If they're taking too much time to climb back up onto the stage from the ledge, just kick them back down again. Right, my move into my special move. Let's see how far I can knock back my opponents with throwing an axe at them. Yeah, it hits them really high into the air. Obviously, my up special will take them high into the air just by melee, and then after that, it launches them pretty far as well. It's mainly to get them up and away from you, though. The idea of the side special is to try and knock them upwards so that you can hit them the second time with your boomerang. So every single time you're using this move, you're probably going to end up knocking them quite high into the air, but just within reach. Very convenient. Throwing the fiery bottle with the down special actually doesn't have any trajectory, so it kind of messes with the curves a bit. Doesn't really do much. Does damage, that's pretty good. And of course, at the very end of all of my videos, I like to check out the final smashes of these new characters, mainly because I haven't really played them all that much, haven't really shown them off, haven't really versed them, so I'm curious. Let's have a look. Does exactly 50.6% in an incredible cutscene final smash. Throw back to Castlevania. Let's try again, see if it does anything more. If not, we'll finish up for today. Same amount of damage as to be expected. And I think with that being shown off, we have concluded with our Simon character showcase, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this has given you a bit more of an insight as to how Simon plays out. He's very good at range, although he does have pretty good melee attacks for when you need him. Most of them are probably going to be projectiles or ranged attacks, so you can zone a lot and you can edge guard a little bit with them. Gets very annoying when you're versing him. If you did enjoy this character guide or you learned something from it, be sure to give it a like, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment down below asking for any other characters you want me to showcase, or just letting me know as to what kind of characters that you play or what you think about Simon. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by and hope to see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.